Hi, what's going on guys, Liam here, and today's video, I have the best 150 Paragon death build for you guys for 5th age PvP. Now, I finally got the death pet done. I know a lot of people have been asking for this one, and I'm just going to jump into it right away. However, I do want to credit Stefan Fire for helping me out with this video. I was torn between the Ice and the Myth Mastery for the death, and he helped me make up my mind as well. He's the guy you see on number 1 and number 2 on the leaderboards right now. I will link his Twitch probably in the description below or in the pinned comment if you want to check him out. But yeah, let's get right into the stuff right away, guys. And I've been doing pretty good on my death so far. The only games I've lost to is a guy cheating and a guy jading so far. So we're doing pretty good, honestly, on the death. Also, again, thank you, Stefan, for, hooking me up with the plug for all the Headless Horseman TC, because I spent $100 and I didn't get this card out of the pack. So, just say whiz, man. Just say whiz. But, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video, guys. Actually, before we get into the video, be sure you're subscribed if you're not already. We're trying to get to 2K subs for 2023, and let's go for 50 likes on today's video. And now, let's get into the video. Alright, so first thing you're going to want is the Merciless Death Hat. Again, like every other school, you get the 6-round auras, which is extremely valuable, and you get really nice stats with it. Mercy Robe. Now, I don't really recommend this robe for a lot of characters, but for death, actually, you'll see why this build is super good when we get to the stats. So just be sure you get the Mercy Hat, Mercy Robe, Mercy Shoes as well. So that is 3-piece cannon. Trust me, guys, when you look at the stats page, your mind is going to melt. You'll see why. So make sure you have all 3 of those. Merciless Death Wand. Now, I do recommend this over the Supreme one. Reason being, Shadow Rating right now is in a really bad spot. It's just a purely RNG talent, which is kind of useless. So, I figured for a school like Death, you might as well have that extra pip conserve, extra block, extra critical, right? It does come in pretty handy, actually. So, that being said, Supreme isn't bad at all. But until King's Isle does fix the Shadow Rating, I'd recommend Mercy Wand for the Death Wizard. Next up, I have the Demiurges, which is basically the same as the Merciless. It's just the crafted version. And again, I do have the Myth Mastery. You can use Ice Mastery. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just want to point it out. However, Myth Mastery allows you to do a ton of stun combos, like, a Medusa, a Myth Banshee, an Earthquake, Jin's Defense to set up your Oni, right? There's really a lot of stuff you can do on a death with this mastery, and the versatility is really nice. Obviously, with the Ice, all you really get is Vexation and Glacial Fortress, which is, decent in, their own regard. But, I think you just get more value off of the Myth Mastery, and you have a lot more ways to play the game with this mastery. Next up, you're going to want the Merciless Death Ring. Again, so we have, I think, we have 6-piece Mercy, I believe, so far. Hat, robe, shoes, wand, a thing. Then yeah, we have 6-piece Mercy, so that's pretty nuts. And then you're gonna want this pet, right? Basically the same for every school right now, right? Whether you have full glass cannon or motorist, this pet is literally just the best right now in this meta. You can change the body, I guess, but the Death Scarab item card in the 35 pack is actually pretty helpful for a death. So that's why you see a ton of players running this. Next up, you're going to need the Rock Mount, obviously. Right, we have D-Lance and the Rock to make up for the fact that we're giving up pips on our hat, robe, and shoes, right? So we got to make up for that with the pet, D-Lance Jewel, and the Rock Mount. The next up for the deck, you're going to want the Supreme Founders deck. So I'm basically missing about 10 crit, 10 block, and 60 health, basically. So, if you do the math out, you'll have 10,000 health, right? Literally just 10,000 flat, 10,000 flat health. I could not say that. Good God. So 10k HP, 154 damage. That is 9 more damage than a Storm Wizard gets, by the way. 53 res, which is a little bit low, but it's not bad at all considering the rest of your stats. And, I consider, 53 and above being good resist in this meta. 21 accuracy, so you can't fizzle anything, including shads. Your crit will be 600, and your block will be 570. So your crit and block is probably one of the best parts about this build, aside from the damage. You have 44 Pierce. Again, this is literally the exact same number as my Storm Wizard's Pierce. And this is kind of what my issue I have with the gear audit. Again, I talked about this in my how to fix 5th age PvP video, but I'm not sure why Death is getting, better crit and block, the same Pierce as a Storm, more damage than a Storm, the same resist, more health, and the utility. I just don't get that in terms of the gear balance. Next up, we have 61 Conserve, also better than a Storm Wizard. Don't get why, but, hey man, just say it was. 100% pips. Again, be sure you get your D-Lance and your Rock Mount. If you don't have that, you'll see that you have 92% pip chance. Then finally, 120 Shad rating. I do wish I could run 140. However, it's just the Shad rating is just really inconsistent and, dare I say, bugged right now. Because if you run a higher Shad rating, you can still get outshaded the whole game, which is mental. And, I really do think Kinzhal needs to look into that if they can. Now, this is the deck I'm running. I'm running Minotaur. Lulu, honestly, isn't bad, in my opinion. Especially if they have a minion out, right? If you play Myth. Also, with enchants being gone, 675 drain for 5 pips isn't that bad, if I'm being completely honest. Obviously, it does require a Shad pip. But, situationally, if you use this right, it actually could provide a lot of value. So, yeah, I'm honestly, for the most part, running utilities in main deck. My side deck it's not that filled up right now, which I apologize for, but, the side deck is, basically just Headless, Blades, Triage, Stun. Obviously, I want some shields as well. I gotta fill that for you guys, my bad. And you're gonna want a Dr. Vaughn TC in right here as well, but I need to go buy one. So, yeah, it's basically the side I have, including a Dr. Vaughn, which isn't there. And the main deck, I probably will tweak it around a little bit, but it's been working okay for me so far. And, yeah, that's pretty much really all I have for you guys for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I will have some Death PvP coming out pretty soon for you guys. I've been having a lot of fun on it recently. Again, my only losses were a guy cheating and a guy jading. So, I like to think we're doing pretty good so far. Some people might have a question, Liam, what's the best pip for Grim Reader? Now last meta, is 4 pip, right? And right now, I'd probably have to say you're going to want a higher pip Grim Reader rather than a 4 pip. Because let's say you have a 4 pip Grim Reader, right? And they have like a Vexation. You're not really doing any damage and you're just going to get Vexationed. So you might as well take the extra damage in this meta if you're going to get Vexationed anyways, right? I hope that makes sense, guys. And obviously, with enchants gone, just having more damage on your hits helps you out quite a bit. So, yeah, that's really all I got for you guys in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys on the next video. And as always, take care, guys.